Happy reset day, everyone. We are back with week 3 vault video. I actually was able to get a fair bit done this last week, especially because last week was the Mythic Plus weekly. So I ended up getting actually a lot done on a few of my characters. I have started my Zero to Hero series on the Rogue. I will be, unfortunately, production got a little delayed, but that's going to be coming out soon. I'm not going to open up the vault, though, in this video for this character. I'm going to leave that for the challenge videos itself. But we got plenty of dungeons done on, I think, 4 of my characters. So actually really not any different. But we are going to get started with the Demon Hunter. I think we're going to start with the least amount. So I ended up only doing, I think, 2 keys on this character, because I did the weekly quest, but I think I did 2 of them as M0s when I was helping out a guildie, and then I just never got around to it. So we're going to start there. So this week's affixes, I think, are fairly easy as well. I don't remember them off the top of my head. I kind of want to actually... we'll just get our key here, I guess. So I only have 1 slot on the DH. Most likely, unless it's actual trash gear, I'll probably just take whatever item it is. Our character here is still pretty low. I still have some blue items on as well. And we're going right for those big booties, unfortunately. Dude, crit mastery boots never feel good to take. Oh, I forgot I looted 411 pants. Sick. Okay. So I looted 411 pants from my my thing last week. So we'll throw those on plus these boots. And we went up 2 item levels. Sick. Not much to really talk about on this character, though. This is a character that I'm going to be slowly working on over the season, and I'll eventually get around to playing it. But I've been mostly just doing alt content. So let's move on to our other tanks. So when it comes to some of our other tanks, I don't think I did a lot of my Druid, but most of the time I've been raiding and doing M0. So I think this guy, I think I only ended up doing 4 keys. I don't know what it is about the Druid this time around, but I just, like, haven't been feeling it, you know? We'll get there eventually. I just, like, I feel so behind on my Druid, and it just keeps getting a little bit further and further behind. Okay, so we get a puzzle box, which I don't think is that great. And we get a helmet I already have at a lower item level. Oh man. That is already not a great vault. I mean, it's kind of my fault, right? I could have raided. I could have done 4 more dungeons, and I could have PvP'd if I wanted more items. I'm trying to think this out, because I don't think that puzzle box will be the play. And doesn't my helm have, like, avoidance on it? Yeah, there's no way I take that, right? I think we just send the tokens. That's unfortunate. Wow, this is a great video so far, yeah? Those vaults never feel good. We're doing it. We're taking coins. So the benefit of taking coins is, like, eventually I'll be able to add sockets to helms, necks, bracers, belts, rings. Now the thing about neck is that, like, you could buy the tiered medallion, so that doesn't matter as much, but bracers, belt, rings, and helms are, you know, fine to be able to socket down the road. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough slots. This is why you should always try to get at least 3 of your slots filled, so you always get a socket, basically. For me not doing that, I kind of... I mean, it's all good. It's not a big deal. The monk, I ended up doing a little bit more on. I think I did a couple of raid boss. Oh man, I don't even want to, like... I feel like I did. Now I'm starting to, like, question how much I did, because I felt like I did a lot last week, but it turns out I didn't do that much. I did, like, the normal amount of stuff. Pretty busy with holiday shit, though. Alright, so we're going to make sure we're Brewmaster. The monk I've actually been really enjoying, which is weird, because I didn't think I was going to. It's still really fun to play. It's always one of my favorite tanks, but I just thought it was going to be really squishy. But after watching some other Brewmasters push pretty high this season, I have a little bit more confidence in the Brewmaster's ability to, like, push. So we'll see. We're going to rip this open, see what we can get. I want to say I did a few normal raid bosses. I did. Okay. Dude, what's with these puzzle boxes, man? This is actually ridiculous. Alright, so I got 2 normal crit mastery bracers, which are exactly what I have on, and a necklace, which I have lariat. And then I have a high crit mastery cloak, which I'll probably end up taking. We have puzzle box. Jesus Christ, man. and then haste mastery. The only other thing I could maybe see is like I could take tokens to socket something, but I don't think I would socket anything. The only thing I would socket is maybe the seal, but I don't think the socket's worth yet. So I think we just take drape because that's a massive like 20 item level upgrade. Yeah, I think we just go cloak, like high crit, low mastery. It does replace a haste first cloak. Haste isn't great for Brewmaster, but high crit is okay. Like I'm trading basically, I'm directly trading crit for verse, and then like mastery is a little bit better than haste. So you're taking your number 1 stat and your number 4 stat from the cloak I currently have and replacing it with like the number 2 and number 3 stat. And then, but I'm gaining main stat. So I mean, the thing is I'll eventually replace this, but I could also creation catalyst in the future just to re-roll the stats to something else. I think isn't the cloak haste verse? That's all right. We'll take cloak here. All right. I'm not super thrilled about this vault, you know? It's not it doesn't feel good hoping for tier and doing like 5 vault slots. I would say is a good bit. It's not the whole vault, but it feels bad like not getting tier and not being like a quote unquote like raider. And creation catalyst still supposedly doesn't open up for what, like 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks. I honestly don't even know, but we don't get to start making tier until like later down the road, which never feels good. These vaults have been so disappointing. Holy shit, man. That's okay. Okay, I'd like to, okay, this is all I want. I just want a vault that I have to think about. I want like to be able to walk through a process of something, right? What do I want on this character? My warrior's 403. Ideally we will see like a fat shield, maybe a granite scale. I would love to see tier, and I would love to see items that I haven't already looted yet. So like, it's not what I want to see, it's what I don't want to see. Like, oh man, if I do this, I'll wish it into existence, won't I? Like, I don't want to see gloves. We took gloves last week. I don't want to see a weapon. I took a weapon 2 weeks ago. I just made my Frostfire belt. Like, I have crafted bracers for battle res. We're going to double check our loot spec is in prot. Sometimes I swap it to arms for like court specifically because I don't want to get certain items from that dungeon. We're going to throw a pile of gold. Maybe that's the good luck. All right. I don't think those are tier shoulders, but they might be. I think they are. Which are massive, by the way. I don't even want to hover over them yet. All right, so we have Whispering Incarnate Icon. This trinket's actually pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I think I know what I'm already going to take, but we'll go through this. We have Kurog's Thunder Hooves, which are actually not bad stats, but there's no way I'm going to take Haste Mastery Boots over High Verse Mastery Boots that I can upgrade. You know, like 408 is locked. And then the helm is just garbage. Man, I got this helm last week, I think, too, in my vault. Platinum Star Band at 418. Crit Mastery. Probably won't take this. I need to farm a better Thunderous Downburst ring, though, from Knockgood. I just haven't run a lot of Knockgood. I find it annoying to pug. High Haste, Low Crit Cloak. This might actually not be a bad take. And then we have Tier Shoulders, which would replace my Haste for Shoulders. And these are also Haste for, so this is just a direct upgrade. I think this is like the take. This is what I'm going to probably grab. But I do want to check out Subcreation just to like double check this trinket. The thing about this trinket though is like I can see it drop in raid, and my guild's getting into mythic now. Last week we killed one boss, so we didn't get our slot, but next week we should be chillin'. Big chillin'. Subcreation, I'm going to go to Prot Warrior, and then we're going to go down to Trinkets. I don't think it's being ran. I mean, it's like a few icons. 22s, it looks like. Oh, man. Yeah, we're seeing it like ran in like a few instances. The Alt Totem Master, I think, is much better, but we have about 4% running this combination specifically. It's not a bad trinket. It's not a great trinket, though. So, yeah. I currently have a setup where I'm running Wheatstone, and so I'm running this setup-ish. Actually, I'm not running any of these setups, but I run this combination, Wheatstone and Ritual Shell, but I have the possibility to run like this combination. I want a Granite Scale, but I just need to like start farming Knock. Like Knockgood is just a dungeon that I need to just sit down and blast. So that's pretty good, I guess, yeah? Okay, so we're gonna take shoulders. I think shoulders are the go-to. If we, oh, this is something that you can do is you can look at the tier, and you can look at the tier that's most popular. So you see that this is our like the popular 2 sets, and here's the 4 set. So it looks like people are not running helmet like at all. Like you can look here, and the people who are running, it's only 32% running helmet, but like 40% are running all of the other items, which just means that when it's more popular, now there's a few cases for that. You have it because the helmet's from Razageth. Razageth's a little bit harder to obviously kill, but I think the stats on it aren't as great, right? It's like super heavy mastery, low haste, where a lot of the other pieces, like the pants, for example, are high haste, low mastery, or low verse. Pretty much any piece with verse on it you would rather have. The gloves have crit though, which makes me think that the helm would be better. It's probably because Razageth isn't as easy to kill as some of the other tier bosses. That's interesting, actually. So we're gonna actually take the shoulders, and then the hope is tonight we are able to get one of the other 2 items, which are either gloves or helm. Ideally helm, but we'll see. All right, so shoulders it is. Okay, I was a little nervous because the first 3 vaults were looking real sus, and this kind of made up for it. Those juiced up mythic shoulders that have the normal appearance. That's weird. And then we are now able to farm another 750 Valor. I think the plan is to probably... Anyways, that's going to do it for the vault video. This one was a little shorter. I thought I had more characters, honestly. Like, I went to bed last night. I'm like, wow, my vault video is going to be so cracked tomorrow. That was not the case. So this week's affixes are pretty easy. Like, Raging, Storming, don't get me wrong. Storming is going to be a little bit of a pain, but just remember, we no longer have Grimrail Depot to deal with. Sanguine was obviously annoying in Pugs. I ran a lot of Pugs last week on my Rogue, who is going to have, like, an insane vault this week, by the way. AKA, I did, like, I mean, I just ran some, like, I ran, like, so many, like, my Rogue, I think I did, like, 14 keys, so the 0 to Hero challenge is going to be, but yeah, this week, you don't really have to rely on anyone outside of, like, Raging, I think, right? Raging, but it's a Tyrannical week. Like, Raging Tyrannical weeks are fairly tame. Now, just keep in mind that Raging makes mobs hit harder than if they were Fortified. Like, the Fortified multiplier isn't that insane. The thing about the Fortified multiplier is that it's permanently on all the mobs, right? Where Raging is only sub 30%, and it's only damage-based. But Raging is still a thing you kind of need to respect. I ended up with a 19 Temple this week. So we're going to see how that's going to go. I kind of dread the idea of doing that third or last boss. But just like, don't get hit by Storming, and bring Druids and Hunters this week. So anyways, good luck in your vaults, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.